with that, we're welcoming Tyriq Johnson to the playground. Thank you for being here.
Right on, man. Thanks for having me.
How you been?
I've been hanging in there, man.
Yeah, with all this madness going on, you're good?
Yeah,
Good.
The insanity. The good thing is, which I'd like to invite you, we do Wednesdays over sometime at Johnny's house or the guy.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, just so my audience knows, ladies and gentlemen, this is Tyriq Johnson. He's the leader and lead singer of one of the most premier Earth, Wind & Fire tribute bands here in Las Vegas, and leaders to say all over the country, coming to you around the world when this whole madness is over with. The name of the band is called Serpentine Fire, and when you hear this man sing, you will think that I'll leave it up to you, but you'll see all the reviews online and all that stuff, and this guy is the stuff. So with a great band, and like I said, with a great leader, great musical director, and all that. So Tyriq, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you.
Glad to have you. Where did you start? Like, how old were you when you started, or where you took an interest in music?
Yeah, I actually took interest at an early age. Around I was like maybe 12 years old or younger.
Yeah. Now, was it singing or was it an instrument?
It was an instrument.
Okay.
It was an instrument in the beginning. A funny story is that, Johnny,
he speaks of Johnny Johnson, his twin brother, another premier guitarist. But anyway, I digress.
We had a piano in the house, and I would tinker around with the piano, and just something we did. But we actually asked for some more gear, instruments. And I asked for a guitar, and John asked for a drum set. So we both got that for Christmas, and it was a drum set and a guitar there. So only on Christmas Day, I was playing the guitar and he was playing the drums. So when school started back, we're going to school. We come home, we run to the house to get to our instruments. He would run to the guitar and I would run to the drum set. It was like every day. So Johnny was like, hey man, why don't you keep the drums and I'll keep the guitar? I said, okay, we made the switch.
Wow.
And so I started playing drums then.
Okay. And I'm gonna acknowledge the play on words there. They made the switch, just so you all know.
You made the switch.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. Talking to the band from switch. But I put that in there.
I know. So with that, did you perform like in school or in school programs? Did you like play drums in school or?
Yeah, well, not in grade school. We were in elementary school.
Right. Like in middle school on up.
Yeah, when we got to middle school, that's when we started playing. But in elementary school, we were like 5th and 6th grade. We put a band together. Right.
Okay.
Neighborhood friends and stuff.
Okay. With Johnny as well. He was in the same band.
Yes. Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
So it was basically our band, and we kept, we got friends in the neighborhood who played some type of instruments, and it went on up until we never had a name. When we were starting in high school, or we were still thinking of a name, we lived on a street called 18th Street in Locust, so we called ourselves 18th Street Live.
Okay. That's original.
Right. We didn't have a name.
But it worked.
We practiced all the time, but our gig was always on Memorial Day in the backyard of our house when neighbors.
Oh, okay.
But our saxophone player at the time, his name was Ricky Estrada. He said, I got a perfect name for the band. I said, what? He said, Love Shine.
Love Shine.
Yeah. And we said, that is so cool. We said, that's it. We congratulated Rick, pat him on the back. Oh man, you came up with a great name. Well, at the time, I went to the music store to buy the new Confunction album with Shake and Dance With Me on it. Would you know the title of the album was called?
Right. Do you think that's where he got it from, or it just so happened?
That's exactly where he got it.
Okay.
I mean, I couldn't wait for rehearsal. I immediately called him out on it. Even though I'm like, dude, that's a great name. I called you out on it, but it's a great name because we liked it. And we listened to the whole entire album, and they had a song called Love Shine, which was a cool tune.
Mm-hmm.
So we learned it, and we said we will end our show every time we play with Love Shine, so people remember that name. So
okay,
that was the start.
And did you have, were you singing like in the I don't know, is that tenor baritone voice then, or when did you discover like your voice?
I discovered it at an early age, but I didn't want to use it. The first, what really got me into singing was watching the Jackson 5.
Of course.
And, you know, but as we progressed and got a band together, we were playing some Brothers Johnson. We were playing all the big band stuff, Kool and the Gang. And we did Cameo. This is where I discovered I had the falsetto.
Okay.
We were doing Why Have I Lost You?
Okay. I figured that's where you're going.
Yeah. I didn't want to sing it because I didn't know. We never really saw the faces of Cameo. I don't know what album it was. They all had a mask on. Wayne Cooper sounded like a woman. You know, you're a male and you're 14 or 15. You're like, I'm not singing no girl song.
Right.
And that is not a girl. I said, sounds like a girl. It's not a girl. They couldn't convince me till we found out they was all guys. This dude had, and my older brother, his name is Jimmy, then was our manager, said, dude, you got to use your falsetto, man. That's it. Back then, girls.
Right, right, right. Now you said your older brother was a manager. You kept it in the family, huh? Your brother's a guitar player. Your older brother's a manager.
Yeah, and he also plays saxophone.
And he also plays sax. Okay.
So I guess he managed us and got in the band in and out whenever he wanted to do. But I was playing drums. We had our first gig, and I was playing the drums and singing. So when it came down to Why Have I Lost You, I was playing and singing, and all the girls went to the side of the stage to see who's singing, and it was watching me sing. So immediately after that, I think John or my older brother said, somebody in the band said, man, we need you up front. We need a front guy. You can't have the audience going to the side, especially the girls. It was about the girls. And I didn't know what to do. So we hired another drummer, another friend, but we had 2 drum sets on stage because I still wanted to play. And we tried that for a little while, but my brother said, man, you belong up front. So I felt them with it, but they were right. That's the spot I needed to be in.
And did you immediately feel comfortable up front?
No.
You did? Okay.
I didn't feel comfortable. I needed something to do. So because at that point we were just building the band. And then I was like, okay, I need something to do. Everybody's playing and getting down. I can't do nothing. So I found out two other friends of mine from school played an instrument, saxophone and trumpet. So I picked up the trumpet and learned to play trumpet for a little while.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now, did your band have a horn section then, or?
We did when I got some horns because I basically put a horn.
You were going to be alone.
And it was cool.
So with that, what were your musical influences? Who were some of the artists that guided you? You mentioned Cameo. I don't know if Cameo was a heavy influence or.
They were, but the biggest influence started with the Jackson 5. With them being young, and I was like, we're young, we can do this. So that influenced me and pushed me more to become an entertainer, a singer. And then when I started hearing the bands like Kool and the Gang, LTD, Earth, Wind and Fire, Cameo. I mean, you had a lot of bands out there in the time coming up, Brothers Johnson. But with the Barcades, Cameo, Earth, Wind and Fire, that type of stuff with the horn section, that's what sparked us to have, and of course you guys.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That being Switch. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Switch, that was just, Switch was that new sound.
Thank you.
And it was like, I was already feeling a certain way, even though I sang the falsetto. I did it because it was my job, but I didn't feel a certain way about it. But when I heard you guys, and
thank you.
So so it was 3 males falsetto that made me feel comfortable and to push at what I was doing. and that was Philip Bailey, Bobby DeBarge, and Wayne Cooper from Cameo.
Wow. Okay. And those are heavy influences. And working with Bobby, I know.
Yeah. Right. You know, and to see and to read you guys' story, when I'm in the movies, I want to watch all the credits. So people be going, where you at? Sit down. These credits, I want to know who's doing what. So to hear when I heard you guys come out, like I said, it was that new sound. I'm like, we got to jump on these. We got to jump on this. You switched. Y'all spoke to me.
Oh wow.
We got to do this.
That's cool.
Yeah, and the crazy thing was I wasn't alone in that. The fellas felt the same way. So then I started researching you guys more, you know, to find out all you guys been. I said, oh, no wonder they're called Switch. This was just over here. And, you know, I saw a video. I don't know what video, but you can you into it. And sometimes if you're into it, you close your eyes and you open it back up and look. I saw you on the trombone, but you know, you over on the camera. Wait a minute. I'm like, I'm wrong.
That's great. That's a great story. That's a really cool story.
You know how you look and you turn and somebody
right.
Maybe I saw it wrong. You know, I thought I saw it wrong. I said, okay, he wasn't on the trombone. Maybe I didn't get it. Now seeing you, then I see. I see Ingram. Philip.
Yep.
He's on the keys. I'm like, okay. That's why they call him Switch, man. It gotta be. These dudes is moving around, and this is and then later down the line, you know, I'm hearing the Motown stories about it, and then Jermaine said, hey, these dudes move around on all these, call them Switch.
It's interesting. So one of the points you mentioned earlier, as far as like reading the back of the album cover and all that stuff, I did an interview just yesterday where we were talking about that, and like, you know, usually the question is like, who are your influences or whatever. And one of the answers was, and I kind of expounded on that, you know, there were so many, but when you turn over the album cover and you read the album cover and all that stuff, that's where all the careers were made. You know, you see all these people who are like no names and all that stuff, but you look at like other albums like after that, and you see these same names on a whole bunch of different albums. And you remember then, you know, careers were made then, and you kind of follow that. Okay, if this dude did the engineer, I know it's gonna. If this guy was the engineer, I know it's gonna sound good. You know, things like that. So it's just interesting that you made that point.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean, and like you said, back in the 70s, 80s, a lot of musical influences. You know, I even got it from. It was a band, local band in Milwaukee that we looked up to being younger, and they were called Young Love LTD. And those guys, man, they had the band was big, not really big, maybe 7-8 piece, maybe 9. 3 horns, but one of the lead singer, he plays sax, but he had a beautiful falsetto too. You know,
right? Okay.
So when he gave me that, hey,
nice,
felt like the torch was passed. He gave me that, man, you keep doing what you do. So a lot of things. So I was like, I need to study more because I wanted to dig and keep my regular range, you know. But it was like, you can get up there, you need to do it. Listen to all these people out here doing them now. Listen to these bands. So I feel.
And is that the point where you decided that, you know, the music was going to be your career? Because I mean, at the time we're all growing up and all that stuff, and we always hear that voice from over here. Okay, you got to get a real job, you know. But by the same token, while you got that real job, it's like, well, okay, I'll do this, but that's what my career is going to be. At that time that you're talking about now, is that like the time that you decided that this is my career path? This is where I'm going to go with this?
I mean,
this time I'm going to make my money.
Right. I've worked and I used the music as my weekend job. I've worked with other musicians where the music was more of their hobby. But I'm like, okay, that's your hobby. This is where I'm trying to soar.
That's my job.
In this job soon to do this. I had an understanding on that. But that was strictly what I wanted to do full time. Just hone in on my craft and try to make it right, you know.
I got to say, it's kind of interesting having this interview with you, doing this interview, because I got to tell the audience, as far as like a clown on stage and outside of this, to see this man this serious right now is like a treat for me, because Outside of this, the man literally has me on the floor every time I get with him. So
Yeah, I don't
just cracking up laughing, just an outright clown, but very very talented by the way. Also, I don't want that to escape here. I mean, super talented, super great person to work with. Fast forward now to Serpentine Fire, and talk a little bit about Serpentine Fire, how that started. What's the plan? What
Yeah, okay. I started Serpentine Fire. I mean, which is very interesting. I started in 1998 in Wisconsin. And the thing about it, I think, yeah, it
my
was.
song, by the way.
Huh?
My song, by the way.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm not hearing it on there. I got to turn my phone back on. I'll keep it. There. Do it again.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, can I get this on my computer?
Yeah. Anyway, I kind of cut you off there. Sorry about that. Anyway, so Serpentine Fire.
Yeah, it started back in Wisconsin. I was talking to my band then. We were talking about doing it. And, we wrote a boatload of songs, all the hits. We were just having fun. And it was like, no more talk. Let's do this. So I went and promoted it, and we played at this club. We did a straight 3-hour show.
Straight?
Straight.
No and back break. Then, this is when you're having fun, right?
You're having fun. Right. No way I'll do that again.
Right.
I said, we were all hyped, fellas. We was grabbing. I think we did every hit and song of Earth, Wind, and Fire. So
was that the plan, or you guys just started playing this, all this stuff?
That was the plan, to do the tribute.
Oh, okay.
But we were feeling so good. We had all these songs. We didn't want. There was no medley. We did them all, and I'm surprised because sometimes some people don't want to sit or just be someplace for 3 hours straight and watch, unless it's 2 different acts.
Right.
But we did a 3-hour show straight, and it was like great. Afterwards, we had a good time. We talked, and we was like, yeah, we know we're not supposed to be doing it like that. We got to pick a mesh and have people wanting more. And we did that. We knocked the show down to 90 minutes. And we played at this hotel called the Park East Hotel. It had a ballroom. And I talked to the guy about what would he charge me for the room. He said $1,500. I said, okay. And I'm gonna sell tickets, blah, blah, blah. He was cool. Next thing you know, after we signed the deal, before I could pay him, I went home. An hour and a half later, he called me and said, Tyriq, the show is sold out. Hour and a half later, he called me and said, Tyriq, the show is sold out.
Wow.
He was like, we need to do another show.
Now, what year is this? Do you remember?
This was actually 98.
98, okay.
And he's like, we need to do another show, man. People calling, they're coming to my restaurant, because he had a restaurant in there too. How to get tickets and this and that. And he said, he put a lot of people on hold. He said, let's do a second show. We'll do a 9:30 show because your show is from 7:30. I said, okay. Then he said, keep your $1,500. I don't want to charge you for the room. I said, really? Okay, well, what do you need?
All right.
He said, all I want is let's promote my restaurant, a dinner and a late night dinner before your shows like that. Okay. And we did that. He was so happy because his restaurants was full. People were coming 2 hours early to eat before the show, and then we did it, and we did it every year. It wasn't like what we do in Vegas. It was like, we know next year there's going to be another Earth, Wind, and Fire tribute show. There'll
Uh-huh.
be 2 shows like that. And then I was like, okay, I got to do more. We
Okay.
can't make this once a year, you know?
Right.
So,
Right.
and we did that. We were doing a couple of college tours.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it took me up to, we stopped for a while. Then I came out to Vegas in 2002.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And kept it going.
Yeah. I wanted to get, because when I first came to Vegas, I was just known as Johnny Johnson's brother.
Okay. Now, Johnny had been here a while before you got here?
Yeah, John came out here in 93.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. He wanted me to come, but I wasn't ready to come yet because I had a child and I was still working and doing music on the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But when the opportunity came too is when he got hired with Earth, Wind, and Fire. And
okay. Right.
when he got hired with Earth, Wind, and Fire, I moved out there.
Okay.
So I say Vegas, 2 or 3 years in Vegas, people started to know me. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Johnson's brother, and brother now is like, that's Tyriq Johnson.
Tyriq, right. Uh-huh.
So when that happened, that's when I need to push this tribute, push this music with Earth, Wind, and Fire now. Let me put the guys together.
Okay. Now, at the same time, there's another band that Tyriq that he leads as well, that pretty much plays like the lounges here in Las Vegas, called Tyriq and Jamestown. Was that band at the same time as Serpentine Fire, or when did you decide to do that, and for what reason?
I was doing Jamestown, Tyriq and Jamestown. Wow.
Okay.
Trying to see who I need to get put together with, you know, because I knew Tyriq and Jamestown was more of the lounge stuff, and I was getting a lot of work yet.
Yeah, and I was gonna say they were working too. You had them working.
But the money and the work I like to get with Serpentine Fire, they wasn't ready for yet. We had to pick and choose and get confused. But now we're walking. We're at a walk. To me, we're at a walking stage.
Okay.
I still not where I want, because where I want Serpentine Fire to be is to where I don't have to do Jamestown anymore. Not that I don't like Jamestown.
No, right, understood.
Yeah, I just want to retire that and I'd rather do a 90-minute show and get paid for doing a weekend gig.
I hear you. What's the saying? Work smarter, not harder.
Right.
So, and Serpentine Fire, like I said, I mean, that band is the band, and everybody here in town that sees the band, or not only here in town, but across the USA, anybody that sees the band, I mean, they leave completely satisfied, definitely wanting more. And again, when you hear Tyriq sing, I mean, totally the highlight of the show. So what are your future plans now? What do you plan on doing from here on out?
Well,
of course, after after this whole madness is done.
Yeah, with this pandemic going on, it gave me a lot of time to think. Now I have to make a few calls, but I'm looking as early as 2021. Okay. I want to do with Serpentine Fire. I want to do a 32 date.
Nice, a tour.
Yeah, 32 date tour within 6 months, meaning 5 shows a month.
Nice.
In certain wherever, if it's like a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, like that. But Vegas, start West Coast, you know, Vegas, Arizona, and Midwest. The thing is, when we get it, I like to work it out to where I'm already booked for 2 shows, even if it's like, okay, we're here and say we're in say we're in Ohio. We do a theater, say the theater you might know. Book us this one night, but they have us a return date a month.
Oh, I see.
Gotcha. 2 months, where we know we're going to be within our 6 months of good work. You know? So I'm working on, I already sent our package out to Wisconsin, because the festivals in Wisconsin, everything shut down. They couldn't do it. So I'm like, well, let's focus and run towards 2021. So once I get a call and this agent in Wisconsin say, hey, we can do this, because I know by living in Milwaukee, we can get Summerfest. We should be able to get that Potawatomi bingo, because, you know.
Nice.
There's so many venues we should be able to get to where we can be back twice in a year.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
So this is definitely going to be something for a lot of people to look forward to.
Yeah. If I can get 4 or 5 cities
Mm-hmm.
that we can get booked and be there twice a year,
Mm-hmm.
I think the year, or definitely we can get 32 dates somewhere.
Good,
You know?
cool. Is there a project in the future with Tyriq Johnson's name alone on it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Is that in the near future or?
well, I can tell you.
Uh-oh. Sorry if I. He didn't tell me anything about this.
Okay. Well, I tell you because it's an interview. I just finished a song.
Nice.
I got an original tune. It's called "Can We Fall in Love Again," and it's an EP. I'm gonna do an EP.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I already registered, copyrighted, and it should be getting ready for be on iTunes maybe a few weeks from now.
Wow, that's soon. Okay.
Yeah, I have to send you. I got a YouTube page.
Okay.
So
You're welcome to. Can you tell us what that page is yet?
that page, I got it's Tyriq Johnson. There's a boatload of videos of things I've been in projects with Santa Fe and the Horns or whatever, my Christmas show, whatever.
Okay.
But it will debut my song, and it's a video, but it's lyrics, just a lyric video.
Okay.
Before, because I'm listening to the song more and more, but I said with the single coming out on iTunes, and you go on, I got to send you that YouTube link.
Mm-hmm.
And
we'll post that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they'll see that video.
Cool.
You'll see a silhouette of me.
Mm-hmm.
Not much in and out, but it's all the words to the song. But I still plan on doing a video.
Okay. Tell our people, there's a website, I'm sure, with everything Tyriq and Serpentine Fire in Jamestown or whatever projects that you want us to find you on.
Built the website yet, but
okay.
Social media stuff, you can find Tyriq. You can find me on Facebook, find me on Instagram as Burnt Breakfast.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Can you explain that real quick?
Oh man. All right.
Burnt, B-U-R-N-T breakfast, right?
Right. B-U-R-N. And you'll see the picture of me holding a microphone or something. I changed the picture because it used to be a picture of a plate of a burnt breakfast. It was cooked by somebody, but and I was being funny, but I like the name Burnt Breakfast.
Yeah, so do I.
Let me put people know it's me. I put my face on there. So, and then with Jamestown, it's the Jamestown Band on Instagram.
And Serpentine Fire, there's an Instagram Serpentine Fire as well, right?
Yeah, that'll be Serpentine Fire Band too. Serpentine Fire Band on Instagram. So you can find me all on those social medias and things like that. I try to post things. Serpentine Fire on Facebook. And I will eventually be putting together a website, either for me or it may be a website just for Serpentine Fire. I don't know.
Got you. Okay. Cool. So we have Tyriq Johnson, soloist. We have the premier Earth, Wind & Fire tribute band, Serpentine Fire. Mm-hmm. And we have, if you're just in town locally and you want to see some great entertainment, Tyriq in Jamestown. And I'm very well aware of Tyriq's time. As a matter of fact, I know for a fact that he's got an interview that he's got to go to after this. The man is that he's like that. He's like that. He's wanted all over the place. Everybody wants to talk to him. So
that's amazing. I'm like, now people want to talk to me. What's going on? But
right. Well, listen. Thank you. I really appreciate you taking time to speak with me here on the playground, and we look forward to having you again, hopefully soon, and especially when all this, like I said, the madness is done.
Yes, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I'm sorry I messed the time up.
Whatever. You made it. You're here now.
That's all that matters, baby.
Where the players play.